I want to do a filler video right now, which is literally just to make it feel as if I have accomplished something in the meantime, because it's taking forever to put the slide together for the time chat, which is because it's very complex material, simultaneous expansion forwards and backwards in time, temporal symmetry, quantum theory, things like that. And this seems suitable for some type of intermediary type release, like not just filler, interlude, not really, those words don't really apply, but in the meantime, this is a soft disclosure for a movie from 1983, which is called Brainstorm. Check it out. Check out the write-up and find the, procure the movie through legit means, if you know what I mean, and watch it. There's, on the blog link, there's a preview. Watch that one. Don't go to YouTube. I have the related videos deactivated on that one. There are like spoiler videos, spoiler dead giveaways on every other clip, so it's like it's useless to watch it. You're not gonna, there's no point. And don't do that, because then you don't have to watch the movie. It's not gonna be the same watching the movie. So this is like this is like standard soft disclosure, but it is one of the most profound examples I've seen, possibly yet, in relation to or regards to the technology and the way it was used. I haven't seen one as direct without the frills and thrills of simulated realities and so on and so forth. It's literally exactly what went on. The basis is the neurological activity of the mind. That's a misnomer, is redundant. The neurological activity of the foot. No, the neurological activity, therefore, of the brain, automatically. Excuse me. I always do that. Now, it can be recorded onto magnetic tape and played back with the use of a helmet that contains an electromagnetic system. That's the God helmet that everyone has seen. Hint, hint, that's related to crowns and the jewels that could interface with the electro energy body system. They invented one that is like a computer that doles out or fine-tunes the energies that are going to interface with the body, the energy body system, and therefore your mind. Very strange. You get a computer. It's so simple. It's like right in front of our faces. And if you think about the body and brain and how it's an electromagnetic field, well, of course you put a helmet on that interfaces or imitates, replicates, or modifies the fields of the brain. Well, now you have like a virtual stimulator helmet. Anyway, so at a party, a sex scene is recorded into the helmet, and then everyone at the party plays the event over and over in their minds, and one of the quotes of the movie is, "Hey, it sure beats dirty magazines." That basically exemplifies how they're playing with it. They're using it as some type of game, even eventually a ritual. Hint, hint. I'm going to try not to unveil any spoilers here. This is literally, and I'm reading off of my post as well, but this is literally part of what resulted in the holographic fractal mind virus, where sexual depravity, violence, and addiction all merged into one frequency of experience that resulted in spiritual degradation of the human. This is quotes from one of the scenes, which is pretty much directly exemplifies the stuff that went on, or the capabilities. That's called the hat. What's it for? With a thing like that, you could finish the 7th grade in about 5 minutes. Basically giving like a hint at how, like the Matrix and downloading information, all of that. This was from the 80s, in 1983. They had it all back then. So later they figure out how to access memories that were not recorded. Meaning you normally had to have the helmet on, events would play out, it would record it, and then somebody could play them back. They found out how to access memories that a person didn't form with the helmet on. So they could go into people's minds with this system. And so they could access real-time projections of consciousness, which can literally form a feedback loop of one's own mind and the machine. Meaning you could begin viewing what it's recording right now and looking into your mind and bringing it up as if you're looking through a system that's then looking through your mind, when you're already looking through a body that's looking through your mind, and it's like this dual system set up where it's really weird and complicated, like a hall of mirrors. But by making one, a technological one, you can then replicated and then know that you're in one. It's like if you're in a hall of mirrors, you kind of couldn't tell. But say you get a little mirror and you set it up and you see the between here and here, the other mirrors, you have a minor version. Well, now you can realize, well, that's what's going on out here. And that's kind of what went on. So when the users experience a memory of high emotional charge, they instantly feel the projected response. This is the deceptive nature of the technology, and it's the same with the projects being displayed to the public through the media, or this is the same technology being displayed through the media over 30 years ago. The idea is that the technology was used to test a person's ability to discern the reality from the hyper-reality, or basically the virtual reality, and it's because the entire realm basically functions as one of these processes or systems or dynamics. We're basically experiencing past events through memory, which are being called up as a type of virtual environment, and we feel like it's happening now. It's all already happened. There's like you follow that train of thought, and there's nothing new under the sun. It's a conclusion you come to about time, the illusion of consciousness. And so the idea, the truth, is to see past the emotional charge, because that is what's deceptive in nature and attaches us into basically the seat of experience, but it is the conscious experience instead of the overall view, which is transcendent from any one particular perspective. And again, this is like a conclusion, and as well, this is I repeat this a lot, it doesn't mean to not enjoy experience, it means to realize the illusion of permanence that we experience through the conscious mind, where everything seems like it's forever, or at least that it's who we are forever, or at least even now. The idea is if we're not that forever, then we're not even that now, and there's an illusion that's being played out, a projection. And so, without giving too much away, later a man is found suffering on the brink of consciousness with the machine looped over and over, playing the previously mentioned sex scene. They are literally depicting exactly what went wrong, the danger of irresponsible use of this technology. The man's brain was permanently altered. Upon removing the device from his head, he begged and fought to have it replaced so he could remain in that state indefinitely. The system required no physical work to experience the sensation of sexual arousal. This is the techno-drug abuse, the future reality, which can be heaven or hell or both as one. If you look at what I've written about before and what some of these people are talking about, you'll see they must have mentioned this movie, other people in time as well, but I never looked into it directly through this. And this is literally like they're putting it up in a picture storybook format. So it's like my mind is like going through loops. I guess it's what it is. So then later there's the military testing scene where a man is piloting a jet craft. This is literally showing you what went on in the projects. The wars can be avoided and fought in simulation. They can be done away with altogether, yet the final frontier is actually the subconscious mind. Thus, the only war is literally within the discernment of illusion, ignorance, and fear with the actual reality and the true self. Just put it all together. We're kind of trapped in a delayed response, pre-programmed reality system until we determine what of our experience is created through personal emotional bias from the viewing apparatus and what is actual. It may be that nothing that we can experience here and define as a conscious experience is actual. That to have that conscious experience, you have to cut away from the transcendent view and get this linear, pre-programmed cookie-cutter response, input-response system, and that's just basically like a video game that Spirit invented and became hijacked or infiltrated through egregores or ego-based parasitic consciousness. So this is the most profound soft disclosure yet, in my opinion. The scene which displays what is happening is something one must literally see for themselves. The crazy stuff, and I'll just let you view it, and yeah, you gotta look into it. There are reality bubbles. You'll have to watch the movie to see what we discovered, or read the book that I've written for 6 chapters of. I need to refine the 7th chapter because it's basically on the brink of what we know and what we are deciding to put out in a variety of ways, and that people have to know for themselves or figure out for themselves, discern. At one point in the film, there is a screen which depicts some recording levels. They are Project Brainstorm, that's the title of the program. Then it's the some part of the section is technical evaluation series classified, and then there's a warning. It says, warning, these are full sensory tapes and can be extremely harmful to the user. And then tape index coercive imprinting series. So if you needed to program somebody, you could use these tapes to access their mind and then feed them whatever lines that you want them to regurgitate at a particular time, or to imprint into their fractured consciousness. And they would be fractured because the states are fear states, early trauma, random, early trauma selected, dream states, negative and positive, physical pain, threshold series, subdivision, moderate to high, catalyst field series, anxiety, moderate to intense, negative memory retrieval, moderate to extreme, psychotic episode, depression, moderate to extreme. So they literally have the stuff that would drag out the worst of the worst nightmares of your mind in this movie, and through that they could imprint and access a person's mind and get them to do, believe whatever they want. And putting it right out there for you to understand and see. This is 1983. We were told some of these details would be generated in the future and sent back to the past, so that they weren't really there until now. If you're ever looking for such an initial, direct, soft disclosure of this technology, then here it is. This is literally out of projects. This is literally. In a few moments you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. And then it follows. I'll let you watch it. That's the psychotic episode one. The clip that follows is very intense. Even speaking about the movie is a form of direct disclosure of classified information. It's becoming unclassified now. Here's another quote. Alex turned the whole thing over to some covert operation called Brainstorm Project. He's taken my work and turned it into something bad. I can't believe this. They're using my invention for brainwashing people. He's putting it right out in the open. So yeah, the next scene is literally something so directly out of the projects I won't even mention it here. If you simply watch the film, you'll begin to understand, or you'll understand the beginning of everything. The unknown aspect is this: in a world where everyone's mind is connected, or will be connected, it's a good idea to get a grip on who's who and how the mind works now, and who's going to crack under what pressure, and who's harboring these basically kind of like diseased thought forms or psychotic tendencies now, and to do all that now before losing control as a result of the sheer number and complexity of the masses. If Sony or IBM or somebody starts up a virtual reality game system that you can plug into, and now we have people transforming into demons because it's a virus that takes people's minds over. So they would want to hold that technology back and slowly run their own secret projects, figuring out who's who and testing people and running them through the gauntlet now, which is what this has all been a lead up to. This is 15 minutes. This is just literally, I've been waiting to do something about a week now, and this is like me pent up with energy, and then the talk got messed up because the internet crashed for whatever worm or whatever's going on now, and I know the reasons behind certain things. I kind of just play around with them. The frontier of what's going on is not planes and bombs. It's technological disturbances, turbulence, and AI, basically. But that's how a system could crash. But this is me just being pent up with energy and having a lot of stuff that I'm writing about and organizing for the coming talks, and then waiting on getting this slideshow together, which I'm going to jump right back on right after I finish this video. But I just wanted to give everybody something as well. I saw this video and this movie and put all that together, and if you check out the movie, you're gonna walk away with a different point of view. All right, you're gonna understand it. So yeah, enjoy. Excuse the funny thing right there. Thank you.